Mold Kings in the 3304X series. It looks just exactly the same as them actually, except for the size. Now the battery in this is just a little 380, I believe a 380 milliampere hour, 3.7 volt. So you can fit your standard 300 to 350, 380s inside this and use it with this little quadcopter. Let me pull it out to make sure I'm not lying on that. I might be wrong. This battery, it appears to be a 280 milliampere hour, but I tried it with a 350 and a 350 did fit inside of it. I'm putting it back in there. I believe it's advertised with a 380, but it's actually a 280 is what it is. The controller for this, the left button on it controls your rates with a quick press, or if you hold it down, it enters one key return. The right button controls your flips, or if you hold it down, it enters headless mode. It has trim buttons for both rudder, yaw, and for pitch and roll. Other than that, there's no other buttons. What would be here would be a camera button if this was a camera version, but this does not have a camera on it. This is just simply a sport flyer. So other than that, it's just a basic little micro in the shape of a Mold King. So let's go for a flight of it and see how it performs. Now, if you notice, the battery connector is recessed into the quadcopter itself, so you have to plug it in as so to get it to start up. It has pretty lights, especially the white version. Make sure you get a white version if there's black versions out there. I prefer the white version because it's a good night flyer. And those lights show up very well at night. Turning on the transmitter, binding it to the quadcopter, and let's go for a flight of the 33043. First off, let's stabilize it. Hands off flying. Very stable. Lights seem to be blinking and my battery seems to be dead, so we'll have to get back to this on another day. Okay, hon. I charged that battery. I did charge that battery. Wait a minute, I brought another battery. Well, the stock battery it came with it, I guess I didn't charge it properly, but I have another battery here. This one is a 3.7 volt. It doesn't say the milliampere hour on it, but it feels, oh, it says a 400 milliampere hour. Will it fit? Will it fit? This is a 400 milliampere hour going in there. It fits very nicely. Very easily slides in there. So we'll fly it with a 400 milliampere hour. Unfortunately, again, this is not the stock battery, but a battery I just happen to have in my box here to save the day. That'll be our headless mode bearing. Turning on the transmitter, binding it, going up. There's a little breeze, but again, it's steady going into the breeze. We're in beginner rate. Again, this is not the stock battery. I'm sorry, folks, but I could have sworn I charged that stock battery, by the way. But very nice and stable. Look at this little flyer in beginner's rate. Let's bring it in close here. Nice stable flyer. Let's go to intermediate rate. And the yaw rate increases. Go into expert, and the yaw rate increases even more. So there's the yaw rate at expert, and funnels at expert. Let's bring it a little closer to see that. Okay, let's try some flips. Come down here and do some flips. Going back to beginner rate to do this too. Left flip, it's a little wobbly in the flips. How about in forward flight? Going intermediate, expert,